Okay then guys, what is going on? Cloud Plays here and welcome back to another video here on the channel. And today we're inside a Starfield where we've got loads of really weird information for you guys. One of which is a slating that Starfield is taken by a former employee of Blizzard and then defended by one of the directors of Baldur's Gate 3. A very interesting story indeed. On top of that though, we're going to have a bit of a comparison check as there's been a lot of talk about Star Citizen, a game you may not have heard of, some appreciation posts from the community, and a weapon that is worth 136,000 credits and is completely broken. With that being said, if you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribe with post notifications turned on. It'd be greatly appreciated. But with that being said, let's dive on in to some Starfield news. So starting off, we have got this post right here, a post put up by Grums. Now, if you don't know who Grums is, it is the current official Twitter of Mark Kern, CEO and designer, former team leader of OG World of Warcraft, producer Diablo 2, StarCraft, and Chrono Trigger is the best game apparently according to this guy. But he posted up this post right here saying the difference that passion makes. AAA does not respect gamers' time, and showed up a post of Baldur's Gate with its ratings and then put up a different post of Starfield and a load of horrible bash against from a load of different companies. Now, he actually got a response off of this post by Very AFK, who is the director of publishing inside of the company that actually works for Baldur's Gate. This is their current adventure, and he responds with, "This is a really disingenuous oversimplification. Man, it's not true or right, so suggest that the average developer at Bethesda lacks passion. You can respect those folks while disliking the game, but you can't say they didn't care." And he actually has a very solid point, and I think that that is something that goes really underleveled with this game, and I think that a lot of people are bashing on Bethesda for a lot of the wrong reasons. And I think the problem that the gaming community has nowadays is that we make so many comparables with other formats, such as Fallout and Skyrim being anything like Starfield is just not going to be the same game, although it's being made by the same developer and they generally have the same play styles and stuff like that. It's just bound to be a completely different game, and it definitely is that. It does have its problems, but we kind of have to bypass the factor that it didn't get built by people who didn't give a toss about it, that's for sure. But a game that did make a bit of a round on social media was Star Citizen. So this post right here has actually had a lot of reposts and stuff to it on the Steam community page, and it states here, Starfield can't hold a candle to Star Citizen. Now the reason for that is that Star Citizen is a god tier space MMO with PvP that will outlive humanity and continue to be played by our cyborg descendants for eons. Starfield is a single player walking, loading, farting, refund simulator that will die in 1 month. Star Citizen is the most ambitious game of all time and the god tier flagship of the glorious PC master race. Now, I think that this is a little bit over the top, and I do think that this has been put in such a flamboyant fashion that it's just not even noticeably appreciated, because realistically, Star Citizen is a very good game, although still under development, and does take a shed ton of money from the people that actually play it. If you've actually ever gone into Star Citizen, you'll know full well the pricing of some of the things inside of that game are absolutely absurd, but irrelevant to it, the game itself has got a really good structure. It's still in development, it's not finished, and it has got a lot of problems, but it's also not a Starfield. Starfield has got its own processes, and it's primarily a story-based game. They're not even the same. You've got a space tier MMO with PvP entitled, and it's a live service game that's getting updated on the regular. And then we have Starfield, which is a single-player story-based game that doesn't have the same concept. It's not going to be a live service model. There's no PvP, there's no online format to this game. It is just a single player storytelling game. So to think that you can make any comparison at all is a little bit mental, but if you guys have ever played Star Citizen in the past, let me know via the comment section below and let me know if you agree with this post or not. Now, one thing that we can appreciate though is this post right here with 4.3 thousand upvotes stating, can we appreciate that this game didn't launch with microtransactions? It would have been so easy for them to monetize cosmetic bullshit from the start, but they opted not to. And I think that that is very, very true, and it's something that they really could have honed in on. A lot of games that have done it in the past, and a lot of games will do it in the future, but Starfield was not one of them. They've had so many negative responses to the game that I think people misunderstand some of the processes, and one of the first things that people talk about with an online game is microtransactions, and that's the problem. And then as soon as a game comes with no microtransactions, they just look for the next thing to hate. That just seems to be the general format. This game is quite good. It does have its problems, and it's definitely my job to do that and post it out as to what those problems are, but it is a good game all the same. But this post right here does nail it on the head. It states, the reason Starfield feels unfinished and like planets are empty when exploring. Clear throat. DLC. Planned DLC. We all know when it's coming, but Bethesda is planning to do the Skyrim thing, where they add homes and more quests and content to the game with updates and such. We hope most of it will be free, but with the major DLCs will not be. And this is very, very true. And I think that the game is so shelled out throughout the process. When I went around a couple of planets and I was looking for some things, like, yeah, we found some abandoned ships in the middle of absolutely nowhere, but we did have to walk maybe 5 minutes to get to that abandoned ship, and around those 5 minutes was absolutely nothingness of just pure desert and barren lands. There was nothing to search around, there was nothing to distract us, there was nothing to keep us entertained on our way through there. It was just complete barren lands outside of the general landscape. So that is something which I am a little bit on edge about. I think that process, it does get really boring, and I sometimes now just completely leave the ships to stay there because I can't be bothered to make my way over, and I know that there's going to be nothing interesting on the path towards it. But again, I think that that's just down to personal preference. What do you guys think? It's a little bit quieter in some of the planets. Is that okay for you? Do you reckon that they're going to be inputting the DLC into those quiet areas? Let me know via the comment section below. But this right here is a very interesting factor. Now, level 92 Starfield player finds a legendary gun worth 136,000 credits, but it's so broken they don't even want to use it. Essentially, it's sort of mod and basically redundant. Starfield players uncovered a gun that is so broken that they don't think it's fair to use on enemies. The particular Starfield weapon that's caused such a hullabaloo can be seen just below, or in this image just here, and it's been dubbed the legendary particle beam rifle. But what makes it exactly this particle beam rifle so legendary, apart from the weapon's rarity, is probably the fact that it stacks damage on top of its already high physical and energy damage rating with each consecutive hit, and has increased attack speed and fires in a shotgun-like spread. This thing does look absolutely nutty, and this Reddit post actually has the main image for it. It's crazy. Now, yes, this does exactly what you think it does, and for every hit that the beams of the particle rifle score, the gun deals more damage, no matter if that's on the same target or not. We don't know exactly how much damage the Furious mods stack on top of that base value, but suffice it to say that even if it's a mere 10 damage or a few multiplicative percentage points, it's still incredibly strong, which is absolutely mental, and to know that this is actually just floating around the game is beyond bonkers. Another thing that's floating around the game, though, may be your head, as this guy has 14,000 upvotes with a Bethesda please fix this looking to the left thing. It just looks absolutely ridiculous, and it really does. This guy, this poor guy, was just running through Neon City and just consistently looking to the left side. It does look absolutely absurd. That for me is just an absolute no-go. But what is a good go is DLC. And what content do you hope becomes DLC, either in Shattered Space or in other DLCs down the road? Now, this guy starts off with mech suits. I actually think that that would be absolutely incredible. Having mech suits would be absolutely awesome, and I think that there's definitely something that could be seen inside of this game and would probably be more of a mech suit than anything else. But we have also seen other images in the game of vehicles and stuff like that, which could also take a surface inside of the DLCs and stuff. It could also be something that they bring into the game at a later date, but I don't know if that's something that they're actually going to do. I would love to think that they are going to put like materials vehicles in or mech suits that you can utilize to maneuver around the map faster. Maybe as they start filling out the maps or adding more places, maybe that's something we'll see more of. But what do you guys want to see as DLC content in the comments section below? Let me know what you think is going to be coming. But a quick PSA just to end off this video: sneaking is easier when you're not in a 30-kilogram spacesuit. Just putting this here in case anyone else is as stupid as I am. I've come across a number of occasions where I've needed to sneak about inside settled, breathable areas, and as we know, sneaking is hard. The Ryujin line is a good example. I'm sneak 3 and was struggling, but yes, obviously, if you're in a city, ship, station, you don't need to wear a spacesuit, and my gosh, it's night and day. Hopefully this helps someone. Also, remember to put it back on, but you guys already now know, based on our previous videos, that you can actually utilize the motive of taking it off and putting it on when you're in breathable spaces and when you're not, based on the main menu. If you look at the bottom of your screen, you'll see that you can press a button just to automatically take it off when you get into a breathable space. It's made a night and day difference for me, and hopefully it makes a difference for you as well. But that's all we've got time for today. Loads of stuff going on inside of Starfield, and we've got loads of content coming up your way over the next week or so, so make sure that you stay tuned here to the channel. I've got loads of things that you guys definitely need to hear about. If you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribe with post notifications turned on. Also, feel free to check out the Twitch channel down in the description. We are likely to start going live very soon with loads more content behind the scenes. Thank you so much again for watching. Appreciate you all, and as always, I'll see you in the clouds.